Hey guys, it's Micah, and today we're talking about Spark. I'm doing this over a build. This build I did this a year ago for my sister. I never recorded it, but she wanted me to renovate it for her new Sims. So that is what you guys are looking at right now. But I'm gonna be talking about Spark. So it took me a minute to watch it. I literally watched it. What is today? Today is July 30th. It's a Thursday. And if you hear the creaking, you've watched my other videos, you know I have big boobs, and every time my boobs lean into the table, it makes this disgustingly, there we go, annoying noise. So I apologize. Okay, so it took me a minute to watch Spark because I didn't have the incentive to watch it. Which is fine. But I haven't been really watching much TV, but I've gotten back into it, and I miss talking about all my favorite shows. And I was like, you know what? Here's this new show. It has all these simmers that I used to watch, and some of them I still watch. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. So here we are in the beginning. It's probably gonna be all over the place. Hopefully it's not. I've only watched the first episode, but I do plan to talk about the second episode. Okay, enough rambling. They're introducing the teams. Each team has a stylist, a builder, and a storyteller. I am so sorry, my allergies are acting up. Okay, so we have the Gnome team, which is Plumbella, Simproved, and the English Simmer. Then we have Cowplant team. Now, I don't know how to say her name. Little Siha? I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Then we have Dr. Ashley, and then we have Sims. Next team is Freezer Bunny, UrbanSims, Spring Sims, and D Sims. Then we have Llama team, and Llama team is XMiraMira. Sim Lacey, I believe that is how you say her name, and Dr.Gluon. Now, Sim Lacey was quiet the whole time. I didn't know she was even there. So during the introduction, we get a little backstory on some of the simmers, like I said. And I really wish they would have homed in on some of the not so known simmers, or the ones that were like really quiet. Next, they have to pick an item that will represent their creations. I thought this part was so much fun. I really like watching because it just felt like it was really exciting. There were some cringy parts. I'll get to that later. So everybody runs to grab an item. The stylist, the builder, and the storyteller. So whatever they grab, it has to give them inspiration. After that, they go to the workroom. So Dr. Gluon is the storyteller in his team. His story sounded interesting. XMiraMira is like, dude, there's more than one person on this team. And she made that point throughout the first episode that, you know, he wasn't really listening to what she had to say. And I saw that some people was talking about it in the comments on the Sims YouTube about how they was making her out to be the angry black woman. There were some scenes where you could tell that she was frustrated because she wasn't being listened to. Whatever the case was, I'm pretty sure that they doctored these scenes up, but you can clearly tell they weren't listening. You can tell because the story wasn't that great. Well, whatever ideas she gave, apparently they were not being used. And some people were saying, well, she wasn't a storyteller, so that wasn't her section. They were supposed to work together. I'll get to that. Yeah. So everyone's talking about their ideas and basically what their story is going to be about. Yada yada yada. You know, the little filler parts. Pay attention to the host. He says there's infinite options for the stylist. A lot of us download CC. People who can't download CC want to download CC, and there's some people who are completely fine with the game and they don't need CC. Anyways, I wouldn't call it infinite, that's for sure, because it's like the amount of limitations when it comes to skin tones, the ethnic hair. And yes, I am aware that they are doing better when it comes to our hairstyles, but it's like you literally have Mira on your team who had to make a melanin CC pack because there's not enough skin tones. Come on. Ugh, infinite. Anyways, I sound so irritated, but I'm not irritated with the show or the host or anybody else. It's just when I was watching it and they were expecting certain things from the Simmers, it bothered me because it's like, guys, that's not in the game. What you're looking for, in-depth relationship and the things that they're talking about, you guys haven't implemented those things in the game. We manipulate that stuff with mods. When people do story time, a lot of times that stuff is ridiculously manipulated. So the things that you think that are in the game, they're not there. The modders have made it. The CC creators have made it, not the Sims team. So you're asking them to display something that it ain't in the game. You yourself made it. It's not in the game. Okay. So next, I get that it's a reality show, so you need some drama. But jeez. UrbanSims UrbanSims points out that SpringSims is clicking the wrong things. And it's like, sis, as a builder, I get it. I do it all the time with no pressure. But to have a time limit like that, oh no. I'd be sweating tears, and I like time restricting games. I know that I had to be uncomfortable. And they did kind of make her seem like she had like a really bad attitude. Not really, really bad, but Next, Dr.Gluon is apparently doing his own thing. Again, I already said that, but it shows it again. So he's doing his own thing because Mira points out that it wasn't what they agreed on. So again, he was doing his own thing. So the first challenge is basically completed. First team up is Team Cowplant. Their 3 items of inspiration was a radio, mirror, and a bed. Their story was about a pageant mom. She was living vicariously through her rebellious daughter, which in my opinion is not rebellious. She just, she has her own life she wants, and her mom is using her. And that's a story and a half, and I actually really liked it. Their build was a house. I'm sorry, I said a house. They built was a bougie trailer, and I liked it. It was so nice. Look at it. Oh, my nails clicked thing. Look at it. Ain't that beautiful? I love it. I love it. I really liked it. It's very cute. And then here's the part, and I felt so bad because I don't watch a lot of stuff with Sims, because the few times I did watch her videos, I ended up throwing up, and not in the way that you think. There was a video where she had like a whole lot of lights and stuff, and she had like this weird funny voice that she was doing, and I don't know, I got triggered and I threw up because I think it was too many lights. So I don't really watch a lot of her, and I didn't know that she has social anxiety. So she freezes up and I feel horrible. And girl, me too. It's easy to be yourself when you're in the comfort of your own home with your own 4 walls. It is so easy. It's like giving a presentation to your class. Not many people want or are comfortable doing that. And she did mention that she had social anxiety, I believe, and she said, doing Sims, made her more confident. I keep saying, made her more confident. And she said that in the beginning. And so the next thing, my bad. So the next thing that happens is what pisses me off. And I didn't like it. And I straight up, I didn't like it. I normally would like sugarcoat that. But when somebody say, hey, this kind of, this is hard for me, you don't, I'm going to tell you in a second. So, but she finally gets through it. The judges just sat there looking. I'm like, please say something encouraging, to get her going. They don't. They just sit there. The host is the only one that has an encouraging smile on his face. The rest of them, they just sitting there. It's like, okay, all right. So the first judge, her name that said something. Her name is Taylor. She literally points out that the presentation could have been so much better. Like I said before, I didn't like that because the wound was already open. It didn't need your salt, sweetie. You could already tell she was nervous. Why would you go out your way to point out that the presentation was poor? When somebody is saying, hey, this scares me, I'm frightened, you can clearly tell that she was uncomfortable. The last thing you do is point out the mistake that they made. Your presentation wasn't great. She was nervous. I didn't like that. Next, Kelsey claims she never seen a story like that before with the pageant mom living vicariously through her daughter. But girl, there's so many machinimas on there. I could tell y'all really don't. That's what I mean when I say they have favorites in the community. Look at the machinimas. There's so much creativity out there besides the same simmers that y'all push. Go beyond that. They're out there. I've come across so many talented people since starting YouTube. Y'all are very, very limited. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And then we have Sim Guru Ninja. I'm not about to keep calling him Guru. His name is Dave, actually. But I'm going to keep calling him Ninja for the rest of this because that's how y'all recognize him. He said he was weak. He said it was weak. I don't know what... okay. I personally thought the story was unoriginal, but it was nice. It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't call it weak. Next is Team Llama. They had the guitar, fishing rod, and bubbles. Dr.Gluon starts giving his presentation, and that music that they play when something's supposed to be dramatic, when the music starts and it don't go too well. They start showing the other teams as they're watching Dr. Gluon show his presentation. So they're watching the presentation in the workroom, and UrbanSims says, wait. This is what she says. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen. This is what she says. That's why I said they made her out to have a stank attitude. Now some people probably wouldn't think that is rude, but I can see them trying to stir the pot. It is a reality show. Keep that in mind. The first judge that has something to say about the presentation is Taylor. She pretty much said what she said last time. The execution of the story could have been better. Kelsey said that she didn't see the bubbles worked into the story, and I paused it and went and took a break after she said that, because I thought it was the stupidest thing that you could possibly say. I'm not calling her stupid. I'm saying the bubbles in themselves is stupid, because how much can you add to a story about a fisherman and some bubbles? There ain't really much you can do about that. And I mean, they're bubbles. How do you work bubbles into a story? And then Ninja talking about, we have a bubble blower. You talking about the thing that looked like a hookah? You talking about that? Because I don't see that working out. I don't. How do they sit there and talk about how him and his daughter had some hookah? And on top of that, kids can't even use the hookah, right? So I don't even know how you will work that in. Child. Yeah, no. Mira, afterwards, she says that it could have been better. And to be honest, she wasn't wrong. She says this multiple times. So I'm telling you, they definitely weren't listening to her. Then Team Freezer Bunny is next. Their items were a mic, camera, and the stack of books. Dee is the first one to come out, and she's not nervous. I don't know if she was nervous, but she went through her presentation pretty well. She completely tells the story with no hiccups. Kelsey likes the different sets. Like, they made like all these little different sets. I'll show you right here. And they made all these different sets. And Ninja didn't like it. He says the exterior was too bland and they could have done more. Now, I agree with that. They should have added something for the outside. Like maybe some paths, some trees. They could have fancied it up, painted the outside. You know, they could have did a bit more, because the insides were really, really nice. But the outside was blank, baby. Y'all didn't add no trees. Y'all didn't add no colors on the outside. I would have definitely made it connect in some way. But yeah. Next is Team Gnome. Their items was an urn, a cherry blossom tree, and a voodoo doll. I thought the story was fun. I enjoyed it. I think you guys should watch it. I really like it. Ninja doesn't like Ninja doesn't like the story. He claims to have gotten lost with the story. Child. Anyways, I say that because the story is good. Like, you can't get lost. It's very straightforward. So I don't know how he got lost in the story, because there was nothing to miss. They literally tell you the beginning, the middle, and the end. Baby, where did you get lost? Do you need me to draw you a map? Because I will. Because there was nothing in there that you could have got lost with. I don't know what he was talking about. Talking about a much stronger climax. So what climax was you looking for, Ninja? Well, I want to. What climax was you looking for, baby? Then Taylor says she got the story, but they didn't hit a home run. Basically, she said the same thing that he said. They needed a climax again. Put it in the game because they can't make Sims do something that's not in the game. Put it in the game. Anyways, then they show the Simmers. They're in the back together. They're discussing everything. Yada yada yada. Then the teams are called back. So Ninja calls out Team Freezer Bunny and Team Llama. He said he would have liked to see a little more build on both of theirs, and I get exactly what he was saying. Their builds weren't that exciting, so yeah, I get it. Next, the potential winners are Team Gnome, and if you don't remember, Team Gnome is Plumbella, the English Simmer, Simproved. Then we're on to the next challenge. The next challenge is to create a family of 4 Sims. They will need a home in Willow Creek and a backstory that explains their relationship to one another. And the teams will also be working with an editor just to add that in. And I have to add that in because you guys are going to see something that I thought was hilarious. Because, yeah, you'll see. I get super excited and I'm just like, oh, yeah, you'll see. Okay. So basically, they are creating a machinima. Like I said, they have 5 hours. I thought that was enough time. They kept saying that's not enough time. I usually do everything, recording, editing all together. It takes me 3 to 4 hours. So I do everything in one sitting. I thought it was enough time, but people were sweating, and I bet because you got like 3 people with different creative ideas. So I get it. I can see the pressure. So everybody goes back to the workroom. Everyone's getting into their stories, and here we have Dr.Gluon again. Apparently, he's taking over the team again. And just to clarify, for those who don't know about the show or don't understand, there's no leaders. They're supposed to work together. Nobody has a say over everybody else. They're supposed to collectively work together. Mira wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna show you her face right here. This is the face of someone not being listened to. You have to watch that scene because they're literally not listening to her. To have someone not listen to your ideas when you're supposed to be working together, it's frustrating. Then they throw a monkey wrench into their plans. I loved it. The teams will have to create a rival family of Sims from a different neighborhood. I really like that idea. So since Team Gnome won the first round, they get to pick the neighborhoods their competitors' new family will come from. Even though like they said that it was supposed to be Willow Creek, but then like I said, they threw a monkey wrench in and it was like, okay, so Team Gnome is gonna pick where the families come from. But they said Willow Creek. Okay, I guess they got thrown out. Anyways, UrbanSims, she was over it. Team Gnome chose their neighborhood. They chose Sami Shuno. And for their competitors, Team Freezer Bunny got Brindleton Bay. Team Cowplant got Delta Valley. Team Llama got Windenburg, which is Mira. It's her favorite world to play in. She was so happy about that. It was cute. The host was surprised because he was surprised that Team Gnome wasn't gonna go hard on their competitors, and it's like that's what we've been saying ever since the show was announced. We're not competitive with one another in that way. Like the Sims community is very supportive of each other, and of course there's some issues every now and again. But I'm not surprised that the Simmers were like, I'm gonna make it easy. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. Anywho, we have Spring Sim stressing, and I felt so bad because he sat between 2 strong personalities. These two, D Sims and UrbanSims. Like, if you know, you know. Because, and I still watch them every now and again when I have time. But these are people who know what they want when they're playing their games. I think he needed to speak up for himself. He's brilliant at what he does, and he kind of let them bulldog him into doing different things, and I don't think that it was displayed the way that he really wanted it to be. So I think he should have spoke up and be like, hey, I'm gonna do it this way. You guys, y'all work on y'all story and stuff, and I'm gonna do this. But Poor baby, he was stressed. So we had the teams, they're rushing to finish everything. And then there's this scene, this is the scene I was talking about. So there's this scene of the editor. He is clicking madly at his mouse. And it reminded me of a YouTube comment when the show was first announced. And it's exactly like they predicted. Trying to make mouse clicking exciting is a talent. If y'all don't watch anything else, please watch this scene.
Yeah, I'm like, I am freaking out right now. Oh my god, 13 seconds, you guys.
Alright, team time is
it working? Where did my file go? Oh my god.
It was hilarious. That comment was perfect because I think it was right when it was announced. If you go to the Sims, you could probably scroll and find it. This person said, how do you make clicking exciting? And it was accurate. I was like, baby, what are you clicking at? So they're pretty much done doing everything. And Team Cowplant, I said, what? Okay, so Team Cowplant is first. Theirs was Gossip Girl centered. It was called LLama. I loved it. It may not be original, but it was fun to watch. And I felt like it was executed well, in my opinion. Then we have Team Llama. They were next. I definitely have to agree with the judges on there being an idea there, but failing, like it fell flat. The rivalry, in my opinion, should have been stronger. Again, Mira was upset because she didn't like that there wasn't a proper story, a beginning, a middle, an end, as she said. I'm not sure if they're actually listening to her or what, but she's right, it wasn't properly done. Then, I mean, it started off real good, but it fell flat, like I said. Next is Team Gnome. The judges liked it, and so did I. I like what they showcased. I have nothing else to say about that one. Lastly was Team Freezer. Now, this is the scene that everybody clowned. Like, wait, well, how you crying? This is the Sims. You know what? The show is really good, actually, and I'm gonna give it to them. Like I said, I have some ideas, and if y'all are listening, I want you to take these ideas. Take them. You ain't even gotta give me credit. I want to see this. So, like I said, I'm gonna tell you at the end. Funeral scene that everyone clowned was actually heartfelt, in my opinion, because Ninja looked moved by it, and they show his face like the whole time. Although the story fell flat, he said that he had a passing in his life, and that's why he was moved. I appreciate them going a different route because everybody kind of pretty much, it was supposed to be like a rivalry, but it was pretty happy actually, and I do appreciate them going in a different direction. Anyways, the judges do they judge thing, and then Team Gnome, they win the challenge again. Also, Team Cowplant was also safe from elimination. And that is all, because I'm not telling y'all, I'm psyched. I'm just kidding. If you guys don't want to know who lost, yeah, you can go ahead and click off this video. So I'm about to tell it in 1, 2, 3. It was Team Freezer that got sent home. Now, I'm upset. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I do not feel like anybody should have been sent home on the first episode. Boom. Now, things that I would like to change. I would like to see the Simmers living. I saw that the Sims team, the Simmers, I saw that they clothes had changed and stuff like that. I would like it to be like a real reality show, like almost real world-ish. Now listen, they got all these teams. So they'll live in a house. How many people was it again? Was it like, well, anyways, it was 4 teams. Everybody would live in a house together. And each team will live in, their section. The host will come and he'll tell them what their new task will be. And we get to see them actually take their time. But not just that. Have the challenges, but have them live. So we can actually watch some, if y'all really want some drama or story based, that would be nice. Because everything was like rushed and I didn't care too much for that. I think they should take their time, especially because it's only 4 parts. That is all. I want you guys to go watch it. It was so much fun, actually. I'm going to watch episode 2. Bye!